Okay, we are live.
We are
Finally.
going.
Are we
Lewis,
really?
let's take this shot, man.
Are we really live?
Live right now, man.
I can't believe this. I thought we were live like 3 weeks ago, though.
No,
when we started
man.
the idea.
Wow, this is live. This is happening. We're recording. I can hear myself.
We're gonna take a shot.
Oh, damn.
Now, what is this? What is this, though? It looks like apple juice.
Give out
This
free
is
like apple
advertisement. This is a shot.
Yes.
This is a shot.
This is
What are we
for.
No, you go.
I go
Playbook?
first.
Yeah,
you go
playbook.
first.
So this is
You
for the
gotta say it.
playbook.
The playbook.
This is for
How did you come up with that name,
our
by the way?
listeners
Jeez.
and our viewers.
Viewers.
Because we are also on YouTube.
We are also on YouTube.
So this is right here for you guys' commitment. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and
I love you, Mark.
let's go, man.
Like in a weird way.
Man, wait a second. But wait, Lewis, your turn now. Like,
Oh, I
that's
mean,
right.
hey
The
guys,
hell?
I'm excited to
Jeez.
be here. I'm excited to get this on and popping 2019. First podcast, first month of the year. We're on it,
this is
man.
awesome,
We
man.
are on it. And I want to give a shout out to Wellington, man, for he told me this idea back in December. And I was like, yeah, shut up. You're not going to do nothing. And then
Right.
the next
Right.
day, he had this whole room set up.
Right.
I was like, oh,
Dude.
Hey, yo, face sucker.
You know what I mean?
Good shit, man. That's
So,
another toast.
Another
Now
toast.
your
All
turn?
right, now it's my turn. Yeah. Dude, can I tell you how much this guy would call
Take
me
your time
a day?
and tell me, man.
Like, he would call me like 3, 4, 5 times a day. And like every time he
I was
expected me,
on it, man.
Bro, like, he would call me like
Like
twice.
white on
and, like,
rice.
And like, I'm telling
I
you.
wanted
like,
to make it happen.
But I want to say
good.
thank you for the amount of action that you took.
And the
you know?
opportunity
Thank
of
you.
inviting
Amount of
us
action.
on the show. Out of
Bro,
all the
you made
people
it
you
happen.
know, and you know,
All
like
right,
a good
well,
6 people.
sounds-
I'm glad we were one of the
sounds-
2 out of the 6 people.
Appreciate you.
We were
guys.
chosen.
And once again, guys, thank
Toast.
you to Playbook for life and everything else.
Playbook.
Let's do
Playbook.
it.
Playbook.
There
Oh,
we
wait
go.
a second.
Playbook.
Haven't even taken the
Boy.
shot. Yeah.
For
Could
life?
switch it up.
All right.
For life.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Yeah, I love you, Wellington and Cody.
God.
Ooh, Bucana.
What are we doing here again?
Ooh, Playbook for life, baby. Ah, damn. That was good.
All
Who was
right.
responsible for
All
that?
right, man.
It is 11 in the morning.
Suli, gracias por el café.
It's actually
Suli, gracias por el
11:30
café.
and
Está
we're
delicioso.
drinking.
Woo, you're drinking.
Oh my goodness. So
Wow, that was intense.
let's kind of let everyone know what's this about, man? Because everybody probably wants to know, what am I looking at here? What am I listening to here, right?
Well, this is a podcast of 3 guys out of Providence, Rhode Island. And we're here to kind of just go over either what's happening in life at the moment, what's happening with us, and what's happening in the world, and how to continue thriving in such a tough and difficult, depressing world.
There we go. So
It's
pretty much
not,
we're
it's
gonna.
not that depressing. Sometimes it feels like that, but
The news kind of...
No, you know what? You're right,
If
you're
you're
right,
coming
you're
from
right.
outer space and
You're
you
right.
just hopped on the news, you'd be like, whoa, I'm not going to Earth. Like, they
like-
got a lot of shit
you're
going
right.
on. You know what I'm
that's how
saying?
I feel.
What's going on?
That's exactly what's happening. Like,
Awesome. Now,
catch up.
to what it's considered to be the motto, right? Because we have to let everyone know exactly what it is. So it's like pretty much welcome to Playbook. It's
Welcome to
pretty much
Playbook.
the guide to life and everything else, where we'll bring you weekly content.
Weekly.
Okay. On how to empower, influence, encourage our listeners and also our viewers, because we're also on YouTube.
We
on
are
reaching
on YouTube.
any set goals.
So if you're listening to this, you could definitely pull us up on YouTube. Just look for our channel, which will be where you're listening to this right now, actually.
Pretty much.
It'll be in
And
the
also,
description.
and look at life like a playbook, right?
Yeah.
Look at life as something that you have to kind of understand and say, how am I going to be successful? How am I going to succeed? So we're kind of we're going to guide you guys on
That's
on,
why
on
everybody has been-
different things, you know?
Different things.
That's what pretty much like everybody in life want to be. Everybody want to be successful, but everybody has a different playbook to how to get there.
Exactly.
So we're here to highlight that.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
and like everything else, when it comes to understanding the kind of the metaphor behind playbook is, if you succeed and if you do what the playbook tells you to do, you'll win.
Woo,
Right,
Yeah.
so
big
we
word
want,
there,
we want it,
metaphor.
we want everyone to
boys
understand
been
that
reading.
that they're gonna win.
Yeah, they're going to win. At least try to win. Life is hard, man.
And I'm
It's
Flo.
not fair. Tell you that much.
I'm Flo, because people are like, who is that talking? Well,
Who's Flo?
I'm Flo, so I'm Wellington,
That's
Flo.
flow.
and I have here with me.
Chico Flow. So,
We
¿cómo tú
got
prefieres? ¿Flow o Chico Flow?
Chico
I'll do
Flow.
Flo.
Okay,
I'll
so
do Flo.
Flow.
So not Chica Flow?
And to my
Left.
left,
There you
I
go.
have
Bamboo.
Bam,
La
zoom.
mayoría de gente me conocen como Cauris.
And the ladies gave him that
And
name.
yeah, they
Yeah.
did, they did.
I
got
get
the
red and
bamboo,
shit.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Pow, pow, pow,
No?
pow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then over here, it's your boy Looney Lou. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk it up, guys. We're gonna keep y'all entertained.
Looney, tell me about that Looney. Like, how do you come up with Looney? Like,
Looney.
what's-
Yeah, what's that
So
about? Yeah, tell me
that
about
I
that.
was given that growing up. You know what I'm saying? I was always. I mean, I don't want to brag about how I got it. That sounds weird. I would
is
rather.
it
Oh,
like
you
a
bragging right now?
cartoon? Is it like a
Yeah,
cartoon?
no, it's
cartoon?
kind of like you niggas know me like Looney. It just makes sense. You know what I'm
So
saying?
Louis,
Looney
Looney,
Lou, like
Louis.
Looney Tunes, Looney Lou. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That name was kind of given. I want to say my boy Ennie. Shout out to Ennie BOA Studios. He actually blessed me with that nickname.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
What is he doing right
How's
now?
Bamboo come? How does Bamboo get
Oh
into the
man,
picture?
wow! You know what? That's a really good question. Bamboo came. It's a mindset actually. It's a mindset. Yeah, it's a
okay.
mindset.
Oh, it's a
dude.
mindset.
It's a mindset thing. Yeah.
Okay,
The
Bamboo.
first person that I actually heard tell the story was Les Brown, who's
I
the
love
first
Les
person.
Brown.
The first person that I actually heard on social media on YouTube that kind of like gave me that sense of inspiration. You know, so the it came about when I heard the story of him saying that it takes 5 years for a bamboo tree to actually break through the ground.
Yes,
I
I
heard
heard
that
that story.
story.
Yes,
You know?
I have.
Right?
Good
You heard that
stuff.
story?
Yep,
Right?
I have.
So like it takes 5 years to water that bamboo tree, and then after I think it's 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. So in the end, the question really is like, how does the bamboo tree grows 90 feet tall in 5 years or 6 weeks? You know what I mean? So, like, in the same thing for us. Like, you have ideas, you have things in your head that you want to work on, and you also have, like, this breakthrough moment when you're thinking about doing something. Like, in this case, you know, Flo, he had the idea of, hey, why not create a podcast?
Exactly.
And guess what? He did it. He did it in, like, less than 3 weeks.
And
Like,
in this scenario, we're gonna record it in about an hour. But did it take an hour to make a podcast? No, it took weeks and weeks
Yes.
and weeks of planning.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that kind of goes back to the story you brought with the bamboo tree. Good shit, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Les Brown, he's a motivational speaker. If you guys want to
Absolutely.
look him up, he's on YouTube. He's on podcasts. He's on
Absolutely.
pretty much every streaming platform. you can
He's
think of.
amazing.
He's
amazing.
I've listened to Les Brown for years now, and
Yeah.
and if you need that wake up or that encouragement, YouTube him, and I'm telling you right now, you will.
you gotta be hungry.
And Wellington was in
hungry.
rehab listening to Les Brown, so that helped him. It helped him cut the time. You know, it was a lot shorter. This was supposed to be there for a few
I was
years,
gonna
but Les
tell
Brown
you,
got
but
him
I'm-
out in 30 days.
You know, you mother. You know, but
I'm kidding. Rehab is a very serious thing.
it is, yes. So, me, how does flow come about, right? How does that happen? How does that happen?
How does it happen, Flo?
So flow comes about a couple years ago.
Did you give yourself that nickname?
I did not
Okay,
know.
'cause that's
It
the worst.
He's
it
like, I
came
have so
from-
much swag, I should call myself.
No,
Flo."
it's
I should
funny.
call myself Flo.
No,
You know
I'll tell you
what?
what happened. I'll tell you exactly. I'll explain the story.
Alright.
Shout out to my good friend
Take your
Eamon.
time, man. We're on a podcast.
Eamon. Eamon.
Eamon.
Yes, Amin, right?
I mean,
Because I was working the sound field in nightclubs, right?
Okay.
And I was considered to be like the stage guy, right? I would be the person setting up the microphones. I would be the person interacting with the musicians, right? And
What kind of interaction?
just pretty much just hey, listen, how's the sound? How's everything going? And
Mm-hmm.
and I would always go to work looking really fly, just because I felt like, hey, listen, I'm in a club environment. I don't have to wear Dickies and a black tee, right?
and you can't really talk with all the music going on, so you need to show off like your
Right,
character.
right.
Kinda.
No, in a sense, you kind of like wanna show off your character in a stylish way. 'Cause
For
you
the
can't really
ladies, for the
talk
ladies,
much.
come on, man.
And it didn't even start that way, because I'll be
didn't.
honest with you. When it first started, it was just me pretty much. Stop, Louis. It was pretty much just me, like, just doing my thing, just getting there, because I knew once the stage was set up, I was kind of locked in.
Do you remember like your first outfit when you first like?
Yes,
Remember?
yes. It was the
De que una chancleta con.
no. It was the Supreme Supras that Lil Wayne made famous in
Oh, they sell them on Broad Street. Yeah, I know what you're
There
talking about.
you go.
Is that where you
Louis.
got
Oh, so
it?
you would buy it on the
Awesome.
way to the club.
Yeah, yeah, horrible. You know that? Shout out to
let
my
him
boy at
finish
Sneaker
this-
Junkies,
let it-
because
let him
that
finish
was
his
that was
story.
my guy, and to this day I got a little love for.
So who
for
called
those
you
guys
Flo
over
the
there.
first time? Was it you or
It
somebody?
was Eamon. So
Oh,
one
okay,
day
yeah.
I'm preparing the stage, and I'll never forget. I was like pissed because my jeans were dirty, right? And
You can say it because we're on camera, so they'll see you doing that. anyways.
Oh yeah. Okay.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
I forgot about it. Wait. Did it stop recording?
No, oh crap! It looks like it did, but that one's still recording. That one's still
Oh,
recording.
it's
it's okay.
Alright, cool.
But listen, so pretty much, the story goes about that I got my jeans dirty, right?
Yeah.
So I was so upset that my jeans were dirty, and I'll never forget. He was like, no, imagínate, un muchacho como tú con ese flow no puede venir a trabajar así.
Oh, yeah.
Y yo dije,
Yeah.
¿cómo? And then it just stuck with me,
Yeah.
pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, flow. But it started as El Chico flow. And then with time, it started developing, and then it went into what's considered to be
Flow.
now just flow.
Como Domino's, que Domino's
that's
empezó
what
a
it
que
is.
Domino's
It's
pizza.
now it's
Yeah, now
Domino's.
it's
Correct.
Domino's.
Exactly.
Yeah. They didn't change the menu. Did they change the menu?
They did not change the menu, but let's get into some content, right? Let's get into some.
Don't we still got like 5 more minutes to
So we
catching
do,
up?
we
though?
do.
We
We
still
do.
got
We
5
wanna
more
keep
minutes.
going.
Yeah,
It's up
Yeah,
to
we
you
got 5 more
guys.
minutes to catching up, man.
Course,
So
man. But why were you rushing, bro?
Tired.
what else
rushing?
is pretty So I mean, something.
By the way, hey,
Yeah,
what
go.
day's today though? Just so that we we keep it on
15, January
on
15.
record.
Yes.
January
Yeah, I
15.
like that. Yeah, January
Right.
15. We should definitely start off the show like that next time. January 15. It is what it is. Blah 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 blah.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm with
It's
it.
Tuesday. Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday. Today is Tuesday.
No, it feel like a Friday to me.
Today is Tuesday.
Except
We're
that we haven't
recording
gotten
this.
paid yet.
But when you get drinks at 10 o'clock in the morning, any day looks like a fucking Friday.
Well, he's
I feel-
really drunk. It was
I feel like I need
11:30.
another shot. I feel like
It was 11:30 when that happened,
I
man.
You know?
feel like I need another shot.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, no more shots.
No
Why
more
not?
shots.
Why not?
But yeah, man. So as far as sports, man, we live in Patriot country. If you guys
Patriot
are
country.
wondering, sorry, I know. everyone
Rhode
has-
Island, yeah, we're in the
See, that's one of the
Northeast.
things.
you
That's
know?
one of the things that I wish.
New England.
I keep saying I wish. Like I said the same thing last year. Like I wish I could follow football more often and things like that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna start doing it this year.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you do not follow the Patriots?
I watched the game, but it's not like I know.
You're
I mean,
horrible.
I'm with Cowdies too, man. I'll be honest with you, bro, because in a world where you're just trying to create podcasts, trying to start up other things on the side, it's really hard to just because that's entertainment. When you're sitting down and watching that, did you really earn that entertainment?
Yeah.
Because this is a podcast about life. Like, what are you doing watching sports if you don't got your life together yet?
Right.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
entertainment is part of life. And
Entertainment is a part of
entertain
life.
But some people abuse it,
A
though.
part. Hold on.
So-
a part.
I like that. You're right.
A part of life.
It's not life.
It's not every week I need to be tuning in because every
Yeah,
week I don't
yeah.
deserve
Well, I'm going to
entertainment.
just say this then. I'm going to say the fact that the Patriots are on their way to the AFC Championship again.
That's awesome.
Against Kansas City this upcoming Sunday. So
Wow.
I'm
A round of
super
applause for
excited.
them. A
Crazy.
round of
Super
applause
Bowl's
for them.
like
A round of
next
applause.
Wow, Super Bowl's right around the corner.
In about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Damn, that's
super,
nuts.
super, super excited about that. I mean, what you
Who
guys
won it
have
last
going
year?
on?
Philadelphia, right?
Dude.
Philly beat New
I remember
England.
that because Kevin Hart tried to get on stage. He was like, "I'm Kevin Hart," and they just skirt. No,
what was he
you can't.
thinking, huh?
He was thinking he was on top of the world.
Kevin is like
and
5'5".
I'm Kevin Hart. That's what he was thinking.
He's the funniest man on earth, bro.
Yes,
Ah,
Kevin
he's
is funny.
but
Kevin
I
is
don't
really
think
funny.
the funniest. person.
The funniest? I
Isn't he
don't know.
considered the funniest
think-
man on earth?
Well,
I-
he's super funny, right?
if
If we
you-
go by success, right? By success as
But
far
let's
as
go off of
movies
the
and
art of comedy. The art, I don't like
Funniest
success,
right
I feel
now?
like that always gets mixed up with the art that you create.
Really?
Yeah, because for example, I think the funniest person out there, I don't know if you're familiar with Jim Gaffigan. That dude is funny. Like you
Never
won't go
heard
30
that dude
seconds.
in my
You'll never
life.
go
Yeah.
30 seconds.
So, Jim, you have a
He
fan
has like
here.
8. He has like 8 specials. He
you
has
heard
like
that,
8
Jim?
specials. He
Not
has,
Jim like LA
goodness.
Fitness.
He got like 8 or 6 successful specials.
Well, Kevin is right on that track, though. Let's not
But
forget.
they're not all funny. Like his last stand up was dry. His
Really?
was dry. You thought that
Are
was
you the
funny?
kind of person that laugh at
Wow.
everything? Because I feel like
I know.
it takes a lot.
I think
I'll
he's
be
the person that
honest.
laughs at
No,
everything.
I
It takes
don't.
a lot
I just
for
because
someone
The
to make
last
me
one
laugh.
without it was like a movie, and he was like he had like a gold microphone and everything.
Yes.
Bro, like 10% of that was funny. The whole thing was not. His first stand up, hilarious. Every second was mad funny.
Yep.
Second one, every second was mad funny. Even up to the third one, I think every like 30 seconds was hilarious. But that last one where he had the golden microphone, he had the gold chain, he had flames on the stage. It was cool, but it wasn't funny at all.
Was it-
bro.
is it Kevin Hart we're talking about?
man.
Yeah, what's
Kevin
up
Hart,
about
Hart.
Kevin?
Gotcha.
Kevin Hart, man.
Kevin,
Well, let me ask you
love
this
you, man.
question. Let me ask you this question though. Was everybody in the audience laughing? Were they laughing at all?
I mean, I don't know. I go off of what I think is funny. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
I
okay,
really don't
gotcha.
try to blend in with the masses.
True,
I
no,
always
you're
try
right.
to have
You're right. I see
an
that.
independent thought and my own opinion on certain things.
Okay.
I
So
see.
yeah, I just didn't think it was that funny, man. I love Kevin
It's an
Hart.
opinion.
Like
I
I was
mean-
sad. I was watching it. I'm
dude.
like, there's no way. Come
well,
on.
I mean, I've seen Kevin Hart live, so I mean,
I
he's
did too.
funny,
Yeah, I
so.
know.
How,
Yeah,
how,
I seen him
is, he,
live
is,
too.
is he taller than me?
Well,
I'm 5'7".
Unfortunately, I got late tickets.
We're all like 5'7".
But I'm saying I got late tickets, so I couldn't really get really good tickets. But
I feel you.
I did kind of see him very good. I mean, he's average. I mean, not average height. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Oh,
He's
man.
not
I
average
don't know.
height.
But all right, guys. So on to the next segment of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's
we got
move
here
forward.
the topic, guys.
The topic of the
today's
day.
topic.
So go ahead, since it's episode 1, and I want to make sure that the audience understands, right? So today's topic is brought to us by Mr. Looney Loon, right, Lewis? So I'm gonna have you develop.
Let's not single anyone out. We're a group. We
Yeah,
all
so-
decided on this.
Well,
all
we
decided
did, but
on
you
this.
brought up
No,
the topic.
yeah,
We
just like
all
you-
decided.
Yeah.
See, guys, this is something we're gonna find out during the podcast. When Wellington gets nervous, he tries to single one person out. He tries to single one person out. Like, guys, if today's topic is terrible, he came up with the topic, but
Yes,
we all agreed on
I
it.
am not going
But
down
we
with
all
shit.
agreed
Bro,
on
I
it.
like that idea.
I am not-
I like that
all-
idea.
I'm giving you
Agreed on.
credit.
Right?
Maybe they're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, who came up with that?"
No, I'm not that type of person. I'm a team player kind of person.
We
'Cause
are,
if this is lit,
we are
if
a
this
team.
like takes off and then like everyone in the world
Dude, I
wants
think-
access to this topic,
I
what are you
think-
guys gonna say?
I think we have
Lewis
to have
did
like
it?
I think we gotta do like a
Lewis did
drug
it?
test before we start doing
Yes,
this.
definitely.
I feel like we're all getting high right now.
I'll tell you right now, just because Lewis is gonna just do this right here, you know. So
What's that?
That's for you. That's a record we're playing backwards.
What the
No,
hell is
but you know what?
that?
I'm excited about this question, guys. I'm very, very excited about this
So the
question.
topic,
Like
right?
we had like honestly,
The topic
like
we all
for
agreed
those
on.
for those people that you're listening right now, like you had no idea how we came about this, and this is our way of expressing how we literally like thought, you know, with obviously having everybody in mind, you know, the audience, including ourselves, obviously, we had like almost 100, close to 150 topics.
About
And
yeah.
about and then you know we narrowed it down to the first 3. Obviously we have a couple of more questions in the next few episodes coming along, but the first one that we decided on, again, you know, it was a team effort, but I hope you
get
guys
into
enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And this is the question. The question is basically, you know, again, it is a thought-provoking question. Like, it's something that you can't just answer.
Just
and
say
it's
the
like,
question.
Oh, wait. I will.
Holy shit!
So this is the question. All right, guys, ready? Here it is. If you could start life over again, how would you approach finding what you love to do?
Finding what you love to do.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a good topic.
That's a good topic, just because of the fact that I think a lot of people, they hit 30, 40, 50, 60, and they still don't really have a grasp on what it is that they love
wanna
to
do,
do.
right. Okay.
A lot of people sit in their deathbed when they're old and they look back in life like, damn, I really should have did this. And we're here to kind of like, guys, let's not wait that long. Let's figure it out now, because what it is, it's that it's kind of a domino effect. If one person finds something they love to do, customer comes into that store or that service, they have a great time, they leave happy, and now there's just a bigger chance of them bringing happiness out into the world just because someone else just brought them
Of course,
happiness.
yeah. No,
You know what I mean? And
yep.
it's kind of the same way, like if you go into a store and you have a shitty experience, you're most likely going to go outside and get irritated with anything that happens.
With everything that's happening.
You know what I
correct, yeah.
mean?
I'm
So
with
it's
you.
like, so I really like this question because I think we can take a part in trying to make this world a better place, because we all have kids coming up in this world, right?
Yep.
My kid is due in May.
Congrats,
Well,
congrats.
congratulations
Thank you
to
guys,
that.
thank you. So I feel like we really need to do everything that we can to try to make this world as good of a place as possible, and it all takes part with micro economies in a sense. Us people here, anyone listening, we are all part of this micro economy. We are like-minded people, and you know, again, we're just trying to do everything we can to make this world as nice as possible.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like
Jonathan,
I said,
what do you think?
like I said, it's a very thought-provoking question. Like I literally, like if you were to ask me, I literally went on Google to be like,
Yeah.
let me find some sort of inspiration, because in a sense I had an idea on how to answer the question. Yeah, I wanted to see what other people, you know, were answering to the same question.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you think,
like-
Wellington?
like,
what do you think?
what
is
do you
the
think,
way-
Flo?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I just feel like it's a really strong question because, like I'm gonna piggyback off what you said, Louis, as far as understanding that, you know what, wow, if I was able to start over again, right? Like if I could go back and say, hey, listen, I already I have this knowledge, right? What steps am I gonna do moving forward, so therefore I can kind of get to my passion, right? Because a lot of people say, well, I like my job, right? Or I like what I'm doing, but do you really love it, right? Do you really have a passion for it? I know individuals personally that could easily have a 6-figure income and decide not to because that's not their passion, right? And I know people that work with animals. I know people that work with disability individuals, people that have disabilities that are not making hand over fist. Yeah. But that's their passion, right?
Yes.
And I, to piggyback off what the conversation is, I feel like me personally, right? Because let's develop the topic, right?
Give us your topic
to life, right?
Give us your
So my passion is music.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I love music. I could probably play anywhere between 10 to 11 instruments, including percussion and wind instruments, right? Mm-hmm. Growing up.
Percussion instruments?
Percussion, yeah.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Drums,
oh,
congas.
That's percussion.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Percussion.
Word
of the day.
And wind instruments, right? So if I could go back, right? Because my parents were very cool with the fact that I love music. But as far as support-wise, I mean,
they encourage that.
Dad was always like, okay, sure, as long as I'm not doing anything bad in the streets, right? Like, fuck, like, what is this kid gonna do? I'd rather have him fucking play.
Did he just swear?
Trombones.
The trombone.
Just blowing in the living room instead of outside.
That sounded horrible.
Isn't that wind instruments?
Anything. I mean,
that's wind instruments.
No, but knowing.
Oh, you're thinking about in the bad way.
Yes, knowing you. Okay? But anyway, so, like, my passion is music, right?
Okay.
So now, if I could start over, I would definitely invest the time, like, I would pursue, because we have a responsibility to let people know what we want, right? I'm a strong believer that if
closed mouth don't get fed.
Exactly, right? If you want to reach something, if you want something, you have to speak up.
Right? So basically, you say un ejemplo, like, you like, te encanta la música,
yes.
¿verdad que sí? Como la música te encanta y todo eso, un ejemplo. Tú dirías, si tú empezaras la vida otra vez, un ejemplo, tú empezarías, un ejemplo, como músico, tu propia banda.
Busco el camino.
Okay.
Because we're also bilingual, guys. I hope you guys know that. So we could all speak Spanish.
Yeah, we should have definitely let that be known in the beginning. But going forward, this is the first podcast. This is a bilingual podcast. So you're going to hear things like loco, que lo que.
Loco, también. Let them know. You know, it's that Dominican.
Yeah, so
Dominican
let's really quickly. So I'm Dominican, Flo.
Dominicano de pura cepa, papi. Puerto Plata.
I am Dominicano, but only on my right side, and my left side is Guatemala.
So he's half and half.
I'm half and half, guys. Okay. But an amazing mix, only in America.
Right? So going into the topic, right?
Yeah.
Just dialecting the topic and stuff like
because
that.
Because it's a like I said, it's a very thought-provoking question. And again, what I like about this question, there is no right or wrong answer,
right?
And that's what I like about it. You know, we're open-minded. There's no right or wrong answer. So.
But there is. I mean, let's try to answer it now. Like, if you could start life over again, how would you approach finding what you love to do?
If you were to ask me that question, right? Obviously, because that's what we're doing right now, and I gave it a lot of thought. One of the first things that I would do is basically become more self-aware. You know, I think
self-aware.
Become more self-aware. I feel like when you're self-aware about, you know, where you are, who you are as a person, it's like pretty much like knowing yourself. You fully know yourself.
Right.
But also, how do you find what you love to do?
And that's what I mean. So like in my example, music, right? So and that's what I mean. I want to kind of like I want to dissect the topic individually, right? I want myself, yourself, and because we all have different passions, right?
We do.
So to answer your question, like, how would I start over, right? How would I kind of find myself if I was to say I love music, that's my passion? How would I'm 12 years old now, right? An example, 12 years old, and what do I do knowing what I know now, right? So I'm definitely going to speak up more. I'm going to let my parents understand, hey, listen, you know what? I like music. I want to go into a music school. I want instruments. I want to kind of expand my palette, right?
Yeah.
I want people to know.
You want to let them know that you consciously building a roadmap on things that you want to do.
Exactly, right?
So that they are aware.
So music wise, I would be like, listen, I want more instruments. I want to go to classes. I want to go and make sure, even though, to be honest, just to be fair, I did take a lot of music lessons in school. Like I was always in music class, but I would have probably expanded a little bit more when it came towards like.
What kind of music would you also like focus on?
I'm a big music man. Listen, I can listen to
just anything, right?
To Jay-Z, and I could go into I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne. I'm a music lover, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I love music. I'm not in tone so much with obviously lyrics and all that good stuff and the vibes and everything, but I'm a big believer in creation. Because I'm the creative piece of this. Like an example, us right now.
Yeah.
We are creating a podcast, right?
Yeah.
So we're here. This is exciting for me because this is part of the creative process. You know how Kanye West says that he has like not an illness, but he has like this special
he has, I know what it is. Yeah.
That he can see music, right?
Yeah.
Like unfortunately I don't have that skill that I can see music, but I know when something is good and when something is bad.
Synthesia,
right?
That's what it's called. Sound synthesia, where you can see colors in music, you can see.
Right, you see what I mean? So Kanye've always had that. That's why Kanye is so visual.
Synesthesia, I think it's called, actually.
That is
synesthesia.
So for me, right, in my particular case, my passion was music, and that's if I could start over, how would I create that into like now, right? Like I'm 32 years old. I just gave my age out, but going into
37 years old.
I said 32, Louis. But you know what I mean. So that's what I would do. Now, Cowdies, on your case, what's your passion? Let's see.
Again, like I said earlier, one of the first things that I would do is to consciously become more self-aware, to attract that more self-awareness towards me. Like a lot of things that I do now, un ejemplo, son como like, I go to the gym, I read, and I like how you said it earlier, like picture me being 12 years old, and I'm going to use the same idea because I think it's a great way to put it. Picture me being 12 years old right now. Considering what I know now, one of the things that I would encourage myself would be to like read. I enjoy reading a lot, And again, some people might be thinking like, oh, is he going to get into like career path and stuff like that? Yes, I will. But for now, it's like I enjoy reading. So that for me is therapeutic,
Okay. That's your passion.
That's
right?
my passion.
So would you be an author?
That's something that I thought about.
That's
cool,
something
like
that I
thought about. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Because, great writers are also usually great readers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't be a great writer and not be a great reader. So when I read, I feel like I discover a new me every time, meaning I become more creative in the things that I want to do on a daily basis. I also become more visual in the things that I visualize myself doing. For example, like creating my own business. You know what I mean? I enjoy real estate now because of not how much money you can make, but how much you can grow as a person because of how you get exposed to different people. So real estate would be like one of the things that if I had to change.
So how would you go about it?
I would go about it basically, reading more about real estate. I would put myself in an environment that where my chances of succeeding in the real estate business would be ultimately high. Like I will make friends with people that are actually in the business of real estate, buying, selling. It doesn't have to be multi-millionaire, but I could, because you might have a friend that have, 1 or 2 houses. I would want to be kind of like friend to that person. Exactly.
Pick their brain.
Pick the brain. And also, I would read a lot of books, participate in a lot of seminars, because that's another thing. I feel like we underestimate seminars. And there's a lot of things that people go there and find. So that's one thing that I would do
education.
Myself. Education.
Yeah, I would educate yourself.
I will go to multiple seminars. I'll set them up, you know what I mean? And be like, okay, how many seminars do I want to go this year? And I would actually want to do the real estate thing, not just educate myself. I want to look at houses, flip them, talk to contractors, builders, and stuff like that, just to learn.
Kind of put the skin in the game.
Exactly,
right?
Put the skin in the game.
Be out there, right? Okay, good. Good stuff.
That's something that I love now. I like the idea of it, but I would do more of it because I feel like, yes, I've done it before, but I somewhat slacked. Okay. So I think I will also be more self-conscious in taking more action.
Okay.
Taking more action and get more involved.
Got it.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
All right.
Sweet.
Looney, what's up with you, man? What's your passion, bro?
I'll be honest, man. My first passion growing up, I realized that after some time.
I like that.
Fucking drugs.
My first passion was selling drugs to Wellington. Oh my God, he was my best customer.
Horrible.
My first passion growing up was my dad got this one of those old school camcorders.
Okay.
And I shot a scary movie on it. We had, it was me and my two cousins, because we grew up in a multi-family home. So the third floor and the first floor was always family.
Yeah.
And my cousin Caesar, my cousin Jose, we went outside and we shot a scary movie with it. And, you know, it's a terrible movie, but I really found, like, I had a lot of fun just creating the thought in my head. I had, what was that?
Nightmares.
I had a lot of fun. What the fuck was that? That was a nightmare. It sounded like a Disney intro to a fairy tale. So that was Wellington's real laugh. And yeah, movies, just creating, like Wellington said, I'm gonna piggyback off that. It's just creating, you know what I mean? Like now I make a living off of real estate, and that's something else that I would go back and tell myself. I would say find something that you can make a living off of, as in, you know, buying food, you know, paying for rent, having shelter, the necessities, the basic necessities. So food and shelter. I would say find something that pays for that, and then go after what it is that you really love to do. So I love real estate. Don't get me wrong. I love being involved in my community. I love reading things and then sharing it with the world. Like, if I think something is really cool,
we see you do that a lot.
You know what I mean? You can check like my Instagram, my Facebook. I love just trying to be of value in my community.
Yeah.
And I kind of got that. I can't lie, man. Things in life happen for a reason. I got that from Tupac. He said, "I'm not gonna change the world. I'm not gonna change the world, but I'm gonna spark the brain that will change the world."
Yeah,
so I kind of I adapted that from a very young age. But it was creating,
explosive.
whether it was
explosive, right
music, it was movies, and skits. I just really like creating, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we're all just stories, man. So the only thing you leave behind is the idea of who you were.
Yeah, no, I agree,
you know
100%.
I mean? So I think I would go back in time and I would tell myself, find something. Don't focus on millions. Focus on what's going to get you by, and then start really attacking anything and everything until you find something you really love to do and you don't get bored of.
Because it's, bro, because it's hard. Like, when this is something that I wish growing up we all, like, kind of knew, or somebody kind of, like, influenced us into it. Ejemplo.
I'll say this.
Picture yourself being 10 or 12 years old, right? Like, wouldn't it be nice if you sat down with, like, your mom, your dad, and they kind of, like, laid out this playbook,
plan, right?
You know what I mean? This playbook for you. You know what I mean? They'll be like, hey, son or daughter, you know, this is the playbook that we have used, you know, to live our life. We have lived our life.
Right?
Exactly. This is the kind of lifestyle that we have. Like, you have people that go on vacation twice a year, 3 times a year. And then you have people that never go on a vacation.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, why are those people going on vacation? Some people don't go on vacation. It's because they don't need a vacation from the life they're living. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but most people, I know, but most people I feel like would love to go on a vacation, but they can't afford it. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's sad.
So they're pretty much in the hamster wheel, right?
Yeah.
So they're pretty much just waking up, doing the same thing, right?
Over and over again.
And it becomes a cycle, right?
Yeah.
And it becomes because, once again, they might have not found their passion. They might be doing stuff that they do not want to do. Right? And I think the biggest thing when it comes to your passion and understanding that if you could start over, and I mean starting over could be today.
Yeah.
Right?
It could be right now.
Let's not, oversay this topic. It's like, oh yeah, if I could go back 10 years ago, I would have done that.
A lot of people overthink, and that's what it is. Most people get paralyzed.
That's a good point, man.
Because
that's a good point. Start now.
You can
make the change now.
You could start today, and you could say, you know what, I'm gonna be a better version of myself starting today than what I was a year ago. And step by step, you're gonna get there, right? And it goes in all facets of life.
And it's all little steps, like you said.
And it's all baby steps.
So if you don't have enough time, research how to find more time in your life.
Exactly.
You'll find ideas, and then you start implementing those. Now that you have the time, Google, what do I do with this extra time?
Yeah,
exactly.
No, we have that power to
look it up. We are here giving
I'm telling you, man. And it is, and I'm telling you right now, and that's what I mean. Like, ready? So you could start today. You could take the initiative and say, you know what, I'm going to do something better today. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back into my playbook, and I'm going to say, what did I really want to do? Right?
Or imagine this. What if you have multiple playbooks?
True.
What if you have multiple playbooks
Always
to
a plan
life
B.
where you can choose, just like colors, you know? Some people like green, some people like red. What if you have a
green
library?
playbook and a red
You know, what if, right? Like, what if you had a library where you could just walk in and be like, okay, the playbook I want to focus on is on how to meet the woman of my dreams. You know what I mean? And follow that playbook. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
I hear you.
right, like
Yeah.
or like how the playbook
Like
to
spend time with family playbook.
Right.
How to find the love of your life playbook.
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
How
what
to
you're
how to
going.
get that job, right?
Exactly. A
How to
B,
reach
Get
the
in
goal.
shape playbook. I hear you.
Exactly.
How to eat better playbook. Okay.
Exactly.
That's
So
a
That's
puns
cool.
for
you know,
me.
like
I
like
get
the
you, boss.
like
Damn,
the
you're
Bible.
guilty, man. That's literally just for the podcast. Guys, I just want to let you know there are some insecurities here that will be highlighted.
I did. Oh boy!
And
I'm
Donkey of the
excited.
Day
I'm
goes
excited.
to Wellington
excited.
for
I'm
feeling
excited.
guilty of a general topic.
So going back, guys, imagine like, because I'm thinking now, you know, when you do some reflecting, what if, like the what if question is a thought in itself, is a thought provoking question.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, we want to give you, the audience, what we believe, obviously, is our most honest opinion in what we think the playbook
Right.
for life is.
And also, to go into that topic, you know, you, our listener, right? And hopefully keep expanding our listeners and even our viewers, you know. We have this very nice idea of what we want this to be moving forward, right? We're going to have individuals that are going to come on the show. And we're going to kind of pick their brains and listen to their playbook and how they became maybe a business owner, maybe a author, maybe a fellow podcaster, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to know pretty much, because we said it's the guide to life and everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else.
How did you get to where you are today, right? How did you find your passion? How did you get into this, right?
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and let everyone understand that, you know, this content that you're going to receive from us on a weekly basis is going to kind of give you, I believe, not just knowledge, but it's also going to give you that hunger, right? That desire,
absolutely,
to kind of do it. Because I'm gonna be honest with, if we could do it, right, and I'm gonna look right into the camera.
You should look into that one.
If we could do it, right? If we could do it, I honestly believe anyone could do it.
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
not saying anything bad about these guys, but just the fact that we are different lives, right? We have everything going, and we are dedicating our time and space to kind of create this and passion, right? Goes back to the passion.
Passion.
Goes back into, we made a decision that, you know what, I could change something today.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm going to give content to you guys.
And we have to give you a lot of credit. I mean, like, this is an opportunity, honestly. Like, you have the vision, you know what I mean? You have the vision that we can create something. And just the idea that you know you can create something, even though you don't know exactly what it is, the fact that you took action. The fact that you took action.
And that's a topic later. Remember, that's going to be the leverage topic.
Yeah.
How to actually use who you know to accomplish your passion.
Yeah.
Right? How to get people involved in your circle that are going to kind of benefit you, right? And I'm going to say this in
It's
Spanish.
a mutual benefit at the end of the day.
Oh,
But
it
you
is,
also,
it
when
is.
you have that intention, you know, like, how can this person or creating a relationship with this person would benefit me? Hey, you know what? You can take it from there.
Pero
Like
hermano,
right now.
hermano mío,
Yeah.
yo le digo la verdad.
Dígame.
Yo soy una persona que Dios siempre ha dicho una cosa. Yo soy una persona que siempre estoy rodeada de gente que me suman, nunca que me restan.
Exactamente.
Me suman como me multiplican, nunca me restan.
No.
Right? So that's how I look at things, right?
Y esa es una buena manera de ver la cosa también. ¿Qué pasa? Hay veces que hay personas, por ejemplo, que te restan. Pero tú entiendes la diferencia de quién es quién en tu círculo
Exactly.
de amistades. ¿Entiendes?
So, and like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about just really starting something, right? It's all about just saying, you know what? I mean, perfect. I mean, we're in the new year, right?
Yeah.
It's now
And
better
everybody can,
than never.
Yeah, and
right?
everybody's in control to create your playbook for life.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
in control. You are in control
You
to
have the
create your
pen.
playbook for life. Exactly.
This is your canvas.
Yeah.
And you should paint it how you want it, J. Cole.
Oh, that's right. That
That's
was
cool.
that was J. Cole. So
Yeah.
he's going with the J. Cole stuff, you know.
Yeah.
He thinks Lewis is kind of a low key lyricist. So he
He can rap. He can rap.
I'm
He
an
can rap.
author. I'm an author of of life.
bullshit.
Another of
You
life.
can check out my website, LewisMonroy.com, for all the
No le
latest
hagan
blogs
caso.
on real estate. On real estate.
So
I'm sort of a big deal.
You know what would be cool right now, which is something eventually we're gonna get into. Like, I would love to hear other people's opinion in regards to the question. You know what I mean?
They can leave comments below. On YouTube, they could
you can leave a comment below. Make sure to leave a comment below
and subscribe
on
right?
anything.
Yeah, absolutely, and subscribe.
So and subscribe, and we are on Instagram, and we'll give you guys
all those details,
later on in the show. But just once again going into the topic as far as understanding that I could start today. I could find my passion because I know what I want to do, right? I know what I really want to do. And it's just understanding that what you want to do is obtainable. What you want to accomplish is right there, right? And I always see people always tell me things. And I see a lot of people always, and they're like, oh, well, it's easy for you to do it. Well, it's easier for you to do it.
It's not easy.
Or I don't see myself doing that. Or I'm too busy doing this and not too busy doing that.
Everybody gets so caught up in the day-to-day.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also you always, and this is what I mean, ready? You have to know who you tell your dreams and your passions to. Because you have passion killers and dream killers.
Yeah, you do, right? Absolutely.
You have people that will portray their fears into you, on you.
Yeah.
I have people that, I'll give you an example regarding this. This is not going to work out. You're crazy. Who does a podcast?
Yeah.
You're Dominican. You should be working somewhere else doing Uber.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing bad against my people that do Uber, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing something else, because at the end of the day, they don't see themselves doing this, and I respect that. But don't tell me, I can't do something.
Don't portray your
and
fears.
more,
you know what I mean?
into my reality.
And the sad thing about it is that usually those are people that are the closest to you.
Oh yeah,
are the closest to you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you know what? But it's good. It is good to share, and it's good to also hear. Oh, you know what? I don't think that's really gonna work out for you. Okay, that's fine. Watch me.
No,
like honestly,
that's
like
what I'm saying. So,
but I'm not saying like I'm negative or anything. But when you came up with the idea, I'm like, okay, I love the fact that he hasn't great ideas, but let's see the level of action that he's gonna take on this.
Wow, that's good.
And
I hung up. Like,
that's horrible.
He said, "Yo, I got this idea." I hung up.
Bye.
Right?
And then the next day he FaceTimed me, and all of this was
dude.
done.
He will call me like 3-4 times. I'm like, bro. Like, while I'm working on T-Mobile, he's like FaceTiming. I'm like, dude, I'm with a customer.
Oh yes, yeah.
Pero
I get the whole.
Earned a lot of respect from me.
No.
Because now we have this platform, where we can bring.
So it was a victory.
Yeah.
Qué
alivio. Qué alivio.
We came in and he was cleaning. That was good, man.
But just like I said, going back to the topic as far as like, finding your passion and understanding that, you as our listeners, you know what I mean? Everyone has something valuable.
Yeah,
right?
like what's your thing?
You know what I mean?
Like what's your thing that makes you tick?
Let's summarize up the answer to this question, since we only got about a few more minutes on this topic. Summarize the answer to that question.
Me?
Yeah.
Personally, I would summarize it as take action. Right, so take action. If you
could start life over again, how would you approach finding what you love?
So 5 things.
Summarize.
So
no, just let him summarize.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna be. You know what? I know what I want to do. How am I gonna get there? So I'm taking action. Number one.
Yep.
Number two, I'm definitely gonna surround myself with people that understand my passion. That's number two. And finally,
that's important. That's matter.
And finally, I'm gonna be the person that you are not gonna tell me no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then listeners and viewers, you're gonna see that I'm a very, very, I'm a strong believer in what's to doing it right. Yeah. Right? Let's do it right. Do not tell me no, this is not possible. So that's my 3 things out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Bamboo, what's your take on it?
Dude, one of the first thing I would say, like I said in the beginning, was become self-aware. Become self-aware of where you are. Make a personal assessment, of where you're at. Another thing is, ask questions, become curious. Because when you ask questions, sometimes how do you move forward to something you want to do? It all starts with a question, Ask yourself the question, how can I go from here? Who can I leverage? What are some things that I can do now? And again, I always bring it back to you because, you took action, dude. You took a lot of action. Another thing that I would say is, listen to people who would take the time to spend time with you, who give you their time, and will give you any piece of advice that will be valuable. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? There's no need to learn the hard way. So learn from other people's mistakes. That's another thing too.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
I like that.
All right.
Looney Loon, what you got, brother?
I'm gonna summarize this by saying you need to kind of look at life through your own eyes. And what I mean by that is that society will tell you need to make millions and millions of dollars if you're trying to do something.
Yes.
And that's not the way to go about it. So I would say look at life through your own eyes and through your own opinions and think. So if you want to become a musician, a lot of times people will bombard you with, what are the odds of you becoming such a world famous musician? That'll discourage anyone. Don't focus on that. Focus on what's the number that you need to make in order to survive on Earth.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say $50,000 a year is a lot of money. $60,000 a year, a lot of money.
Yeah.
Focus on making $40,000 a year on what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Figure that out. Don't focus on making millions. Focus on surviving off of what you love to do, and then you'll grow from there.
Yeah, I
You know
agree.
what I mean? So don't bombard this. I would definitely go back in time. I would tell myself, look, find something that you can make $50,000 to $60,000 off a year and just go.
Yeah.
Because that, I feel like, makes things so much more realistic for people, for anyone.
And there is so much. That's a great way to look at it. I feel like there's so much social pressure when you go on Instagram, when you go online, when you go not talking bad about it. You know what I mean? But when you see those people that, driving Rolls Royce, that's a great idea. Who wouldn't want to drive a Rolls Royce? One of my things is to drive a Rolls Royce.
There we go.
That's one of my visions. You know what I mean?
go.
I don't have to own it.
Passion.
I don't have to own it as
drive
long as I drive it. Do you know what I mean?
We
Don't focus.
We could go today if you want to.
Right?
Right? I got somebody.
Don't focus like Louis said, like Looney said. Don't focus on making millions, because when you focus on making a million, and in order for you to feel significant, you have to make $1 million or become a millionaire. I mean, how significant are you to yourself? Because that's crappy. What if you're making only 60,000? Take the 60,000
But you're doing what you love.
Right,
you're doing. You're making 60, you're doing what you love.
And just going into, we opened up the show discussing some stuff about your name Bamboo, how it came from Les Brown.
Yeah.
And Les Brown, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the individuals that said that some of the best ideas are located where?
In the cemetery.
In the cemetery.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
Because
man.
people are such afraid to say what they think about. So just imagine someone maybe came up with an idea that could have done something great, but decided, you know what? I don't think people are gonna kind of understand this, so I'm just gonna kind of keep quiet and I'm just gonna die.
Like what? Like what's something that you become afraid of sometimes? Like
Myself?
Yeah, because not to.
Yeah, no.
Like
fear, right?
Yeah,
fear,
yeah.
Even though we all know what fear stands for, right?
Yeah.
False evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Right? It's something that's
Or
really...
fuck everything and run. It's really what you want it to be, guys. That's the beauty of the mind.
Oh, man. You guys gotta understand.
You gotta love Looney,
that this guy is honestly a...
right?
But, we love him anyways, right? But to be... fear... fear is anything. This was fear, right?
It was fearful, yeah.
Create this was fear.
Right.
I reached out to Looney a couple of days ago and I was like, oh my goodness, man, I'm having this second thought of stuff. And he was like, it's probably gonna be what it is.
It's probably gonna be shit the first episode because it's our first episode,
Right.
And you just have to be okay with that because what holds a lot of people back
Yo,
is the
Sully,
fact that
dame.
it's not gonna be
de café.
perfect.
Sully, el
The fact that
café.
it's not gonna be perfect. So you just gotta get over that. As soon as you take the first step, like look, when you're learning how to walk, the scariest thing is taking that first step.
Yes.
Because you're gonna fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just taking it and then you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You just gotta be comfortable with knowing that.
I'm a huge believer that when you start something from scratch, something new, initially is going to take a lot of time.
I'm gonna say this real quick.
We want to find a lot of times we want to find like that shortcut that's gonna like shrink the time and how fast you accomplish where you need to get. And the idea of it's great.
Yep.
It's not always the way to go.
I'm gonna say
you know what I mean? It's not always the way to go.
We just switched over to Cox Communication and we lost internet connection. Bro, that's what's funny? This used to happen at my parents' house all the time.
Are
and
you
then
serious?
we just got Verizon. I just made them get Verizon.
Why didn't you get online right now?
We're just
I made
plugging
them
these
get
brands.
no because Cox is terrible. Cox Cable, no, because what sucks is that these are the only two people we can go to for internet, and that's it. It's like, oh, you guys are having trouble. Oh, that's too bad. You know what I mean? So this is terrible, man.
Guys, hey, you know what? I gotta thank you Flo, Looney, and of course myself.
Yes.
For bringing, again, I'm saying again because we're going to do it again, so much great content. And again, it's our first episode. It's January 15th. It's Tuesday. It's 12/19. Man, we're excited. I'm excited. Yeah, we're doing it. I'm really excited.
I mean,
I'm really excited.
just to kind of give the viewer what's our next couple of episodes are going to be about. We're definitely gonna, like I said, we're gonna bring some individuals into the show that are creating stuff, right? That are doing great stuff for themselves and out there in the community, right?
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for some more content with some individuals.
What's our next episode? I want to know what our next episode is.
It's a surprise. I really can't say.
No, you don't want to say it? Why not?
No,
we can say it so that way people can come.
People could, you know what I mean? Like it might be. They might. Not that they might. I know we're gonna encourage. Because again, like
read them the question, Bamboo.
You know what I mean? Again, like,
I believe
can we get a drum roll, please?
Woo. You want a drum roll?
Wow, that's not the sound effect. Really?
The goal of this is he's gonna tell us what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stop.
Oh man, should I really do it?
Do it.
Hold
on, let's get the drum roll.
I'll give you a drum roll.
Oh my gosh, this guy doesn't know how to work an iPad. Turn it on.
Louis, you are a
turn it on.
Asshole. Man.
And
read it, Bamboo.
There we go.
Next week's
topic would be the importance of taking action.
The importance of
taking action.
Yes.
We already went over some of the, taking action, activities. A little bit. We didn't go in depth, but it all revolved around,
your passion.
You know what I mean?
This topic.
And that passion, keep in mind, is your playbook for life. Again, you're the writer, you're the creator, you're the one responsible. And is it fearful to create a playbook for life? Of course it is. You can't be fearful, but you can't allow that to paralyze you. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I feel like, including myself sometimes, I allow certain fear to paralyze me, and got to get over it.
At some point next week, I feel like we need to really discuss what is passion. I feel like that's something that we didn't really set.
Like, where does it come from?
So
you mean, like, where does it come from?
I mean, yeah, since we're starting, what is passion?
I think passion is when you, in my opinion, it's like when you have an idea of something and you believe so strongly about it that before it's done, it's already done in your head, and the excitement of turning it into reality, it's what excites you. Like that's what it is for me. Like, I remember one day I had an idea about something, and this idea was so vivid, so right in front of me, that I woke up at 3 a.m. and I started writing. I started creating something that, not something, but that idea that I had. So for me, it's that excitement that stay consistent.
I'm gonna.
It's an emotion. Passion is an emotion. That's the way I look at it.
Passion is an emotion.
It's an emotion.
And it's a uncontrollable emotion.
Yeah.
It's a strong and uncontrollable emotion. It's like I can't control it.
Yeah.
I'm like passionate about it, right? I mean, everybody, when you hear passion, they're passionately in love. It's an emotion that you cannot control.
Yeah.
So you have that passion for it, right? So that's where we go back into the topic and we say that should be your passion. That should be something that you're gonna look into and say, hey, listen, this is honestly my passion.
Yeah.
This is something that I have uncontrollable emotions for, right? So let's just always think of that kind of passion. That's what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncontrollable emotion, right? So you can't control it. So it's like something there, and that's passion, I believe.
And that's one thing that I feel like we all have in common, at a different level, obviously. Like you said earlier, you were passionate about music. I was passionate about reading books and real estate. Looney is also passionate about real estate, creating content, and giving back to his community. And I enjoy watching his video because you can tell the passion. You can tell. No, I'm serious. Like you can tell the passion. And what I like is it doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of people focus on wanting to be so perfect that they don't do shit.
They don't do shit. I think that's Wellington's problem.
You know what I mean?
That's Wellington's problem. Because every time I get a compliment, he gets upset. Look, see, he unlocked that and everything to go look for that.
Right.
I think he has a problem, like a deep problem. Do you want to talk about it on this podcast?
You know what?
That was easy.
For me to tell you that. So, okay, Louis. So That's that.
That was a fail.
But honestly, guys, you
That was a
know,
fail.
we couldn't be.
That was fucking dry.
We-
Don't try to act like
Dude,
that
we
was
couldn't be
dry.
any happier.
That was dry as shit.
Flow. Kick it.
Oh man. So, but nah, guys. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. Let's just let's let everyone know where we located. So moving forward, where you could find the content, right? So you guys know that we're serious about this. You know what I mean? So you could follow us and comment and say you guys suck balls and you guys were great. You know what I mean? So we are definitely on YouTube.
iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music.
Absolutely.
At some point we're gonna be on
SoundCloud?
Tidal.
Yes, we have SoundCloud.
And SoundCloud as well.
And
Yes.
email. Bamboo, you want to let them know how they can reach us. Also by email, if you guys have
Yes,
topics.
yes,
Playbook
yes,
for
yes.
Life.
It's gonna be Playbook for Life.
That's FOUR.
Yep.
Playbook for FOUR.
Yep, absolutely.
Life.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that spelling, Lewis. You know my spelling skills are terrible.
Now,
Good thing you're in a team.
some people might look up FOR.
No, you're
Or
right.
the-
you're
or the
right,
number
you're
four.
right.
Or the number 4.
Or the number 4. You're right. At gmail.com. At gmail.com. So Playbook for Life at gmail.com.
All right, you want to shout out your Instagram? Wellington?
Yeah, well, my Instagram is flow_RI.
Bamboo?
So
Instagram Bamboo?
My Instagram?
Do you want to shout out?
follow
I'm going to shout out
you
my
know-
Instagram is at LooneyLou, LOONEYLU401. At LooneyLou401 on
but they can reach you
Instagram.
at the Instagram for Playbook. What's the Instagram for Playbook? Let them know.
Yeah, true. It's Playbook for Life. That's the let me see. Am I getting it right? I think I am.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
Playbook
yeah.
for Life, and
Playbook
it's the
for
same
Life.
spelling.
Yeah, the same spelling.
Playbook FOUR.
Yep, that's the one.
Life LIFE. All right, guys.
Hey, and you know what? I want to thank everybody for, you could be listening to a lot of other different things right now. You could be listening to something else. You could be watching porn right now. But guess what? You chose
And
to,
porn is interesting.
right?
Very
you
interesting.
decided to take a little bit of your time to listen to us and what we have to bring to the table. So thank you for
Thank
that.
you, guys.
Thank you for making us part of your life. And we are excited. Like I said, this is something new, something refreshing. Never been part of something like this, especially working with these two individuals that are amazing, amazing people. And I want to give a shout out to Suli también por ese café.
Yes, for
Wow,
the
that coffee
coffee.
was wonderful.
Thank you, Suli.
Next time you're going to get your tea.
I gotta go to
Looney.
Mint to get some tea.
Oh my
Tea
goodness.
Wave 2019.
Plugs, we're just
Yeah.
plugging.
Ooh, boy.
Mint Beauty Lounge.
So-
You already know.
Awesome, guys. So like I
Yes.
said, stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys
Soon.
On the next one.
next week.
Be ready for the next one. We got it.
Bye.
Bye.